Welcome back to another Makeup Artist Monday. It's artistry like bam. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning back in this week. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Branden, and I'm a professional makeup artist in Chicago, and I'm here to teach you about beautiful things about makeup on the internet. So this week, I had a dream come true. And I don't know if I told you guys a couple months back that I had a company reach out to me who wanted to collaborate with me. And as an artist, you guys know that that is a dream come true. And so this month is my birthday month, April. My birthday is April 30th, the very last day of the month. And so on April 2nd, something very special came out. So if you've been following me on social media, I've been posting it everywhere on social media, but I haven't been talking about it on YouTube yet. So I wanted to pop on and make a video for you guys because I think it's super important to have this visual element that goes along with this collection. So without further ado, I'm going to teach you guys a little bit about what I've been doing. So this month, I partnered with Omnia brushes. They are an amazing pro brush brand, and so they partnered with me to release my my own brush collection, you guys. Look how exciting this is. So this is the Artist Bundle, the favorites collection that I chose from their beautiful their beautiful selection of brushes. I went through and picked out my favorites for you guys, and I created a bundle. So there's 7 brushes in here, and then you get this really beautiful roll, which is really cool because it keeps your brushes safe, and then you get to roll them up and then keep them for travel or for storage, which is amazing. So the 7 brushes that come in here, I'm going to take each one out and talk to you a little bit about it. So let's hop right in. So first up in this collection that I love is the BOM 135. So this is a multi-purpose brush. I really love this brush because it's synthetic. It has a beautiful shape to it, and it's super multi-purpose. I use this for liquids, powders, and creams, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I use it. So for liquids, I'll use it for foundation. It's super soft and very dense, so it blends really nice into the skin. It actually really does a really nice job of moving because the hairs are a little bit looser, so as you see, you can move the brush around and it really buffs the product into the skin. So not only can you paint the product into the skin, but you can actually buff and maneuver the product into the skin. So that is one reason why I like to use it for liquids or concealers. You can also use it for liquid or cream blush. That's also a really great technique. So I will kind of stamp the liquid or cream blush on here and then kind of massage it in and buff it with this brush. This brush is super dense, so it does hold a lot of product, so you want to use a very small amount of product and then go in and kind of buff and allow the brush to do the work for you. This is a really beautiful brush. It's got this amazing rubberized handle, the nickel ferrule, and then their beautiful Omni Luxe synthetic hairs right here that do a really good job of mimicking natural hair, so they really do give you a seamless blend. So this one, like I said, I use it for liquids, I use it for creams, for bronzers, for contours, and then my favorite way is to actually use it for powder. So sometimes when I'm baking or I'm doing things that need to be a little bit more structured in the face, I'll take this and press it into a loose powder, and then I'll go into the loose powder and then just kind of press the loose powder right into the skin where I need it, and it'll keep it, and because it's super dense, it'll pack it in that area and it'll kind of bake it for a couple seconds, and then you can take this brush and then lightly dust it away. So this is the BOM 135 from Royal Langnickel, and they're their parent company of Omnia. These are the Omnia Pro brushes. I absolutely love and obsess with these. So we're going to move on to the next brush. So let's hop right in. So this is the BOM 110 brush. Everybody needs one of these brushes in their collection. I use this multi-purpose brush for blush, for bronzer, for setting powder, loose powder, any powder like that. This is a flat traditional paddle style brush. You can see that it's got that flatter shape right here. It is that paddle style, so you can kind of press powder onto the skin, lightly dust powder onto the skin. I used it today to apply my bronzer. This is the Makeup by Mario bronzer. It's super smooth. It does a really beautiful job of blending product onto the skin. As you can see, it hugs the cheek really nicely, and as you sweep back, it does a really beautiful job of placing that product right onto the cheek. So this is the BOM 110 brush, and this also comes in my bundle. So we're going to move on to the next blush brush. I selected 2 powder brushes in this type of bundle because I think that powder brushes are so multi-purpose and you can use them for different places, but I wanted something a little bit smaller. So this one is the BOM 275. So in comparison to the 110, you can see that this is a larger, flatter paddle style brush, and then the 275 is just a little bit smaller. So I use this one for my bronzer and blush today as well. So you can see that it's a little bit more tapered. It's kind of a dome shaped brush, which I really love because it fits and hugs really nicely under the eye if you're using it for setting powder, or if you're using it for highlight, you can literally press your highlight right on there. Or if you're like me and you like a really detailed strategic blush application, you can use this brush for blush. Sorry guys if I'm talking super fast. This blush brush is super amazing because you can get a really strategic amount of blush, press it in the areas that you want, and then lightly diffuse and blend out. So this is an amazing brush for everybody. I think everybody needs at least 1 or 2 of these brushes in their collection. These are definitely staples. Like I said, you can use them for translucent powder, for setting powder, highlight powder under the eye for a little bit smaller. This one for loose powder, blush, or bronzer. So this is the 110, this is the 275, BOM 275. All right, so we're gonna move on to one more foundation brush, one more face brush, and this is the BOM 206. This bad boy is a multi-purpose. I just absolutely love this brush. The shape of it is super unique. You can see that it has a really nice tapered shape to it. This is their synthetic Omnia hairs as well. What's really cool about this brush is that it holds its shape. So as I'm pushing it into its shape, you can see that it's kind of holding its shape, which is really cool. I use this with liquids, powders, and creams as well. So for liquids and concealers, you can really go in, and foundation, you can really go in and press and like paint the foundation onto the face. This is an amazing brush for that because it lays everything down so super smooth, so super seamless, hugs the nose area. As you can see, the brush really bends to the nose area really nicely, and it holds that kind of angled shape just where we applied it. So you can see that I was using it just for the nose, and then as it molds, it goes right to that shape, which is super cool. You can use it for liquids right here. You can use it for a little bit of powder and kind of setting up any areas that you need to. I think this is amazing. I've used this for liquid contour as well and liquid blush as well. So this is a super versatile brush. I just thought this was super unique, and a lot of people don't have a brush like this at home. So I wanted to include this in my artist favorites. Like I said, this is the BOM 206, and this comes in the 7 bundle favorites. So let's move on to the 3 eye brushes in the collection. These are tried and true, and I have multiples in my kit, so I can't wait to tell you a little bit more about why I love them. So the next brush in my bundle is the BOM 429. I absolutely cannot do any makeup application without this brush. So this is a really fine, detailed blending brush. What I really love is the shape of this brush. It is really hard as a makeup artist to find blending brushes this small. So as you can see, this is really tiny. I love this because it really goes into the crease of the eye, and you can see as I'm pressing into the skin, it really is doing a really nice job of hugging that crease and keeping it exactly where I want. So if I had product on this, you would see it would be applying exactly where I want it to. So this is amazing because it really does a nice job of creating a really detailed crease. It's really fine. It hugs that socket really nicely, but you can also use it to blend really quickly and get a little bit more product on there. This is especially great for people who have hooded eyes, if your eyes are a little bit smaller, because it's really small and you can get in there and use it for really nice detail blending. Another really great tip with this brush is if you look up and you have shadow underneath your eye, you can actually use this brush to diffuse. Because it's a little bit smaller, it makes a really nice application for blending out any shadows under the eye as well. I'll even use this with a little bit of loose powder, and I'll go in around the nose to kind of set my nose, or around my mouth as well. So super versatile. I absolutely love this eyeshadow brush. Like I said, this is the BOM 429, and I can't live without it. So the next eyeshadow brush we're going to be talking about is another staple. I think I have like 6 of these in my kit. This is the BOM 405. It looks just like this. So it is a flat paddle style eyeshadow brush. Everyone needs this brush because it is fluffy enough to blend, but it is flat enough to pack product on. And what I mean by packing product on is when you press it into the eyeshadow, you can actually press eyeshadow onto the eye and get a lot more coverage and color from the product. Or if you want to diffuse and blend, you can use the tips of the brush and literally go in and lightly blend and diffuse the product out. So let me show you. I'm going to go in with a Makeup by Mario Neutrals palette right here. I'm going to use this really pretty like reddy chestnut brown going in the flat side of the brush. You'll notice that the brush is picking up the powder on the side of it right there. And then I'm going to go in and show you can pack and press shadow into the eye if you want to kind of really get more of a saturation and more pigment, or if you want to diffuse, you can literally take the ends and buff and kind of lightly blend and see how you get more of a seamless blend into the eye. So super versatile. I absolutely love this. BOM 405. Like I said, I have 6 of them in my kit, and I could not choose an artist favorite bundle without including this brush in there because it does such an amazing job. And everybody needs an eyeshadow brush that's super versatile that you can blend with, you can pack with. So if you were to carry only one thing with you, this would be it. So BOM 405. Alright guys, so last but not least, the most unique brush in my collection is the BOM 650. I absolutely love this brush and use it for so many different things as well. We were talking about multitasking earlier, and this is a synthetic angled brush, but let me get a little bit closer so you can see the shape of this. This is an angled brush with a little bit of a dip in the middle, so I like this because this is really, really good for detailing in lips. If you want to do a perfect red lip, it hugs the lip so beautifully because it contours and concaves to the lip really, really nicely. You can really define and clean up any like concealer around the lip. This is amazing for fine details. I really like this as well for using shadow under the eye or blending out any shadow over the eye. And I also use this for brows. So I'll go in and taper my brow with a little bit of shadow, press it in, and really sculpt and define my brow and blend it out. So this brush is the BOM 650. I needed a brush like this in my kit, and they have one, and so I could not wait to get my hands on it. When I tried and tested it, I was like, man, I need multiples of these. So now I have multiples of these. I absolutely love it because it's super versatile, very easy to use, and it controls all the little detailed, precise things that I like to do in my makeup that really make a makeup as a professional makeup artist stand out. So I could not be more excited to show you these brushes, you guys. This is an absolute dream come true for me as a makeup artist. I've been always wanting to have my own brush collection or my own brush set, but as an independent artist, that would be super hard to do. So the best way to do that is to collaborate with an amazing company, and Omnia collaborates with so many amazing pros. I have so many friends who also have brush collections out there as well. I purchased their brush collections and to support them, and so it is super amazing to see other artists grow and see this brush company really supporting the community and putting us forward. So thank you Omnia for including me in your artist favorites. I absolutely loved creating this bundle for you guys and creating it for everybody out there. I hope that you guys purchase this and you can use it every day. These brushes will last you a really, really long time. Probably 10-15 years if you take really good care of them. I've had some of my Omnia brushes for almost 5 years, and I truly adore them and could not do the artistry that I do without them in my kit. So I wanted to share my favorites bundle with you guys, especially for my birthday month. So if you want to support me and buy these brushes for yourself for my birthday, that would be amazing. Treat yourself. I really love that. So until next Makeup Artist Monday, guys, thank you so much for everybody for supporting this channel, for supporting me as an artist, and Omnia, thank you again for supporting me as an artist as well. And this artist favorites bundle will be available now, and I am going to put the link down below. It's available. Click now and you can go ahead and purchase it. I think it's $83. You do get 7 brushes and the brush roll, which is an amazing deal because if you go to Sephora and pick up one brush, I think one brush is like $30. So you get an amazing value for this collection. So high quality, really affordable, and these shapes you just can't beat and get anywhere else. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next Makeup Artist Monday, guys, I'll talk to you all soon. Have a good one. Bye.